How are you doing, all of my beautiful people? This is Elisha Hall coming to you right now for another fantastic episode of Midweek Motivation. I just wanted to come to you real quick because I had Daniel Martinez, an attorney out of New York, reach out to me and ask me a question, as well as Sarah King, a doctor with her own medical practice out of Atlanta. Both reach out to me with a similar question about accountability. So that's what this Midweek Motivation episode is all about. It's about game-changing accountability. It doesn't matter what book on leadership, on business ownership, on creating the kind of life that you want, no matter what it is, somewhere in there they're talking about the amazing habit of accountability. They're talking about that exact word right there. But we're going to talk about how to take it to the next level, because we don't want to look at things in a mediocre way, in a regular, normal sense. So this is about game-changing accountability. All right, so if you're ready, let's go. All right, all of my beautiful people, and we're back. So, game-changing accountability. How do we create that for ourselves, and what does it actually mean? See, I heard someone say that real G's move in silence. Real movers and shakers move in silence. And I could not agree or disagree more. I mean, I could not disagree with that statement more. Because if you think about it, the only reason that we want to move in silence, the only reason that we don't want our information out there as far as what we're about to do or what we're doing, is because if we fail, we don't want anyone to criticize us. I mean, that's one of the big issues of the big fears, right? There's a fear of success, fear of failure, but there's a fear of ridicule. That's a big one. What people are going to think about us if we fail at something. What people are going to think about us if we don't hit the goal to the extent that we say we're going to hit it. In order to look at this idea of accountability, it has to start with communication. That's one of the major keys of any accountability, whether it's with a small group, large group, social media, your accountability partners, whatever that is, all these different things we're going to talk about. But it all starts with communication. You have to put out there what it is that you want to do, what you're going to accomplish, who you say you want to be, for anyone to be able to keep you accountable to that specific thing. And game-changing accountability is all about creating the life that we want, the career that we want, the business that we want, the financial dreams and goals coming true that we want. Whatever that looks like, we have to be able to communicate it. So in order to communicate it, it's important that we know what it is. The first step is to write it down. And to be honest, because if it's just up here in our head, then we have an idea around it, then it changes each time we talk about it, because our mind is always adjusting and shifting. So even when you write it down, it's not set in stone. You can always adjust it and shift it, but it's more concrete. You have a more of a specific vision of what you want to create. And then once you write that down, then you can actually share with these key individuals that I'm going to go into in a second, what it is that you want to accomplish. And those individuals will help you create those specific things in your life. So we're going to talk about the key individuals that you want to share these things with, because you don't want to share things with everybody. There's certain things you want to just put out there. Nothing wrong with putting it out there on social media. One of the things that I said, I think about 6 months ago, is that I'm going to own the Clippers. One of my goals in life is I will be an owner of the Clippers. And so that's one of my things. I don't mind putting it out there. I don't mind having that out there where people can criticize it or talk about it or support it in all these different ways. It doesn't bother me, because I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to defend. It's just one of my goals. It doesn't matter if you like the Clippers or if you love the Clippers or if you hate the Clippers. It really doesn't matter to me. The next thing about that is looking at when you put things out there, it's not about you defending why you put it out there. It's not about you defending your goals or you defending what you want to accomplish. You put it out there because it's something that you want. You put it out there because you're speaking it into existence. You're making the moves in order to be able to problem solve it for yourself, as well as people in your life that can actually help support that dream. You'd be surprised where they come from once you put it out there. But if you never put it out there, then you don't allow those people to support you. So besides the big social media push, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that kind of a thing, one of the most important things we can do is have an accountability partner. So you can have 1, 2, 5 accountability partners. It really doesn't matter. But these are going to be specific individuals who you trust, who you know, and are on a similar passion wavelength to you. Okay, so that's important. These are people that you trust, you don't mind sharing things with, you trust them, but they have to be on a similar passion wavelength as you. See, if you're on a different channel than someone else, let's say a radio station, for example, if a DJ or whoever's on that radio station is DJing a song, they're putting a song out there, they have a message in the microphone, but if you're listening to the radio, but you're on a whole nother channel, then you're gonna miss their message. You might be saying, well, yeah, I'm on the radio. Okay, that's great and all, but you're not on the same channel of where that message is coming from. So that's why it's important to be on that same wavelength, that passion wavelength. Because in business or in life, let's say if you are looking to create an extra 25% increase in the revenue of your business, or you're looking to add, let's say $10,000 or $20,000 into your personal bank account by the end of 2017. Those are your goals. But let's say your accountability partner, they're just like, man, I just wish I can get a job, and there's nothing wrong with that. But that's a different wavelength of what you're looking to create for yourself. It's very hard for someone that's just looking for a job to help keep someone accountable who's looking to add an extra 20 grand into their bank account by the end of the year. So looking at those kinds of things, they can't complement each other. They can't lift each other up to the same degree. Even think about how depressing that could be. If I'm just looking for a job and I'm supporting someone who wants to add an extra 20 grand to their bank account, and they get that extra 5 grand, then they get that extra 10 grand, I'm helping to keep them accountable. That's even depressing to me. It's like I'm still looking for a job. Or wow, I finally found one. You helped me in my accountability of being able to find a job, but now I'm just trying to survive. And it's depressing looking at your accomplishments and you being able to add 10 grand, 15 grand in your bank account, and I'm just surviving. On that level, it's important to make sure, not just for the health of the relationship, but even for the health of that actually continuing, that relationship continuing. I've even seen people who create relationships for accountability partners, and over time, short period of time, we're talking a month, 5 months, and people just fall off. The relationship ends where one person feels that they're not keeping up to the same degree as the other person, or one person feels that they haven't hit their goals, so they feel almost ashamed to be able to have that relationship continue. So when you have though people that are on a similar wavelength, then you're able to push each other. Even when you fall short of your goals, you can push each other more than if you're not on the same wavelength. You can relate more to the goals. You can relate more to the obstacles. You can relate more to the challenges and the things that are in your way. And when you can relate more to the challenges, you can also relate more to the successes. So before we go on to the next one, to recap, communication, extremely important. It has to happen. The next part is, and again, that's communication, not just with other people, that's also communication with yourself. Clarifying, being very specific as to what your goals are, what it is that you say that you want. And that's why we write things down, so we can be extremely specific. And then also accountability partners, being able to have that person or that group of people that we can connect with and we can share our goals with, and we can keep each other accountable to the things that we say we want to create. Because it's one thing to say them and to come out of our mouth and to write them down. It's another thing to actually accomplish those things. Because we all know people that talk a good game, right? They talk about being able to do this and do that, what they're going to do, but they don't actually take action to moving towards that. And that's one of the key things with accountability partners, is accountability helps to move people to action. So 2 more things that are extremely important when it comes to next level and game-changing accountability. First is mentorship, being able to find someone that you look up to in life. So if your goals of what you want to accomplish are personal goals, they have to do with your family or your spirituality or your relationship with your kids, or relationship with your parents, or something that's personal, then your mentor is someone that you look up to in those specific areas. So you don't necessarily need your mentor to be someone that's a multi-millionaire and let's say they don't have great relationships with their family, because that's not what you're looking to accomplish. You want to have a mentor who's accomplished the things that you want to accomplish, has the lifestyle that reflects what you want to create for yourself. And then vice versa, let's say your goals are, and the things you want to accomplish are financial, or they're career-based, or they're business-based. Then you want to find someone that's accomplished those things, someone that has a successful business, a successful career. And they can have a successful personal life as well. That's awesome, because then you know that they have the healthy work-life balance. They have that balance of being successful on this end financially, but then they have things going well for them personally. And then you might say, okay, I'm willing to sacrifice a little bit here personally whether it's time with my family on these specific things and relationships in order to go really hard into the career and into the business and all these other areas. And then for a short time, as I go hard over here, then I'll come back and I'll focus over here. Because what's going to happen with a mentor is you can ask them questions, they can check in on you, you can check in with them, give them an update on what you're doing and where you're going, and they'll just give little snippets of information, little snippets of advice. And that's a great relationship to have. Now, on the other end of that is being able to have a coach. Now, coach, you guys know that I'm a big fan of mentors and coaches. So when you think about it, a coach is powerful because you have someone that you're paying. There's a financial obligation that they have to push you to your goal. So that's why that is the ultimate accountability. It's like having a personal trainer for your fitness, but it's a personal trainer for your life accomplishments and your goal or your career or your business. You know, whether it's a business coach for your business or a personal coach or, you know, that sort of thing. The goal is to be able to have someone that's going to push you towards that. And that's what accountability is. So when you have accountability, whether it's groups, accountability partnership, that one-on-one relationship, that's you being pushed towards your goals of things that you want to accomplish. Because even though all of us are pushed internally by how we're inspired to do things and accomplish things, having that accountability from someone else, from an external person or factor or whatever it is extra, right? That's why we want that game-changing accountability. We want to get through our goals faster than we ever thought possible. We want to accomplish more than we ever thought possible. And we can't do it with the normal way of doing things. It's got to be extra. It's got to be that 10x accomplishment for those goals and for those things that we want to accomplish. Now, the last factor when it comes to accountability is having a coach. Someone that has a paid and vested interest into your success. It's like a personal trainer having a vested interest into you having the body that you say that you want. So a coach, when it comes to your business or your life or your career or whatever it is that you're looking to do, having that person that's not just the accountability factor of, okay, well, did you do this? Did you accomplish your goal? Did you do the things you say you're going to do? Okay, great. But a coach is more of, these are the lessons, these are the practices, these are the habits. Do this, this, and this. This is the goal. This is the stair-step method on how to get to that goal. This is what you need to do in order to talk to these people a specific way in order to get this amount of money. It's a whole nother level of pushing you to create the life that you want financially, career-wise, business-wise, and in all these different areas. So we're talking about communication. We're talking about being able to have that relationship with an accountability partner, whether it's a one-on-one or group accountability. There's nothing wrong with group accountability. Being able to have a mentor, someone that you look up to that you know has accomplished the goals you want to accomplish in life, and you can pick their brain a little bit. And then also a coach. Being able to have that person that you invest in yourself to have that person help push you to create the goals and to create the life that you want to accomplish. So the beautiful thing about this is game-changing accountability. Game-changing accountability is all about creating the life that you want, that game-changing life that you say that you want. But you can only create the life that you say that you want with a new level of action, a new level of accountability, new types of habits. Because you're saying that you want it means that you don't have it now. And so in order to get what you don't have, you have to do something different than you've already done. Because if you continue to do the same things that you always do, then you'll continue to get the same things that you always have. Daniel and Sarah, I hope that this answered your questions. Feel free, all of you. If this connected with you, if it made sense to you, then feel free to go ahead and share it, because I guarantee you that if this connected with you, then it'll connect with someone that you know. And I would love to hear in the comments at the bottom, basically, what's another level of accountability that you love? Do you prefer the one-on-one? Do you prefer the group accountability, the mentorship, the coaching? What's your favorite form of accountability that helps push you to the next level for your business, your life, whatever it is? I love to continue the conversation throughout the comments. It helps not just me, not just you, but everyone within our community. So I appreciate you guys, and let's go ahead and walk down the hall to success together.